Well, there's much excitement here at the St. Thomas's Primary School. We have a gathering of parents and other family members already here. Most of them, I would assume, would have already trained all year long for this day. A day when they'll be running the route with some of their children. But we'll wait and see. So it's going to be the kindergartners who will be starting. The action should be starting in a moment. So we're about to get the start of this one. It's going to be kindergarten girls. And we have some 3, 6, 8 athletes in this one. They're on. At the top, pushing hard. And they're already getting encouragement. I realized that apparently this is so organized that the parents have been asked to stay put because I'm not seeing a lot of parents on the road, probably just 1 or 2. The majority are waiting at the school, so they'll do their cheering and cheerleading from the school.
Mariana, run!
Mariana is the name.
Run, Tom!
Guide.
Mariana, over there! Run!
Oh, sorry.
Run, Denise! Run, baby, run! Run!
Encouragement here. So some of the parents, as I indicated, would have been training for this day. And so hopefully they'll be able to make it all the way. Not sure though. Well, Vanessa Williams, of course, is a natural athlete. One of the best long distance runners on Needless. So they're going through this area close to Dion Daniels' housing project. And they're just going to make that circle and get back to the school. Here they come. Number 80 and number 81. Really pushing now. And somebody's telling her that she's soon reach. Now 80 comes before 81 in chronological order. I'm not sure if it's going to work today because 80, even though she's leading, 81 is close. And then we have some other athletes within striking range as well. So 80 is still leading, 81 seems to be done. As a matter of fact, 81 has started to walk. So number 80, large and in charge for the moment. 81 struggling slightly as we go through the housing project area. 80 is right on us, close to us, and doing pretty well. Being told that he's almost there. So
Run, Mariana, run!
Mariana is the name. 80 still in charge. 81 being encouraged by Vanessa Williams. Not sure if she's gonna catch up, but you hear the cheers going up already. The parents are here in their numbers, and the children are shouting. Let's see. Inside. We have 81 coming in second. The parents are here in their numbers. As I said, it seems to be very well coordinated. The third place are struggling somewhat. The others getting some encouragement. And here she comes. The number not visible at this point. As she comes in. Way back. Some parents are celebrating. Some are anxiously looking for their children even now. As you see a little one making the turn. Oh, she has gone right on the sidewalk. If she had stayed on the road, She would have done a lot better. And she was followed by the athlete behind her. Now she's trying to get her seat on the road. When she gets on the road, she has stopped running. Somebody's coming. Somebody's coming. The greenhouse athlete chasing after the blue, trying to get them inside, and she gets in. Now where are the others? I'm not too sure where are the others. We have a little one coming in now. There she comes. Well, I must tell you that the parents have certainly shown up in their numbers. They are right here, present and not too punctual, but punctual enough for the start of the race. They are here, very supportive, very animated, very much involved. So we're going to have the kindergarten boys. And some of them look so tiny. Look really, really tiny. But it's all about fun for them. And the interesting thing about these guys is that the parents are more anxious than these guys. These guys are friends. These guys would hold hands and run together. The parents would scream at them to go leave their friend and so on. But these guys are really good sports. We have a long line here, traffic being held up for a bit. Now being allowed to pass, so the race will have to hold on for a few. It's a very rainy morning. Prediction is 70% chance of rain. We've had some already. Let's hope that the rest of the races will not be rained out. So we're going to have the start of the little ones, kindergarten boys. So it's the boys, the turn of the boys, and we have more boys than girls in this one. I'm trying to get the numbers here. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Looks as if we have 13 in total. So 13 boys. Ready to get going. So, this one is gone out of the blocks very quickly, but that means that looks as if it wants to be later to Asaf by 2 athletes, also related to Usain Bolt. All very serious, all very athletic at the top, but I think the little incline here already taking a toll. Vanessa Williams showing that she really has a lot of energy. She's running alongside the athletes, and she might be doing this for all of the athletes. Now we have some encouragement for Lani. So Lani is the one who is leading, getting some encouragement. Greenhouse athlete being encouraged as well. So Lani still getting the encouragement, still holding on for the moment. And so still getting the encouragement here, Lani. And there's an Ethan in the race as well. So Lani is going hard now. Lani is struggling. Ethan is coming. And so Lani knows that Ethan has increased his pace. So Ethan has increased his pace here. And Ethan is getting close. I think this could be a very exciting finish, because Ethan is within striking range and Lani seems to be struggling. So, even though he's getting the encouragement, so too is Lani, because Vanessa Williams, the experienced Vanessa Williams, is telling him to increase his pace, and he's just about doing that is Ethan. So Ethan getting close. And I think this is going to be very interesting. Somehow Ethan just still not closing the gap sufficiently. Lance still holding on to that lead.
Come on, Jamarian, run! Run!
It's coming down now. Still lead. Sorry, Lanny's still leading. Lanny's burnt out, but the encouragement he's getting. Ethan is closing that gap. This is going to be interesting on the final 20 meters also. You're going to hear the shouts momentarily because it's Ethan and Lanny. Ethan and Lanny. Ethan and Lanny. Ethan and Lanny. But Lanny is deciding with all the encouragement to hear the shouts. Look at this finish now. Look at this finish. Look at this finish. Look at this finish. Look at this finish. It's Ethan. Ethan is speaking. Ethan has taken it. Wow. And I think somebody got involved. One of the parents. I think that was very poor on the part of the parent. I think she actually touched the athlete. And that wasn't good. So anxious for the child to win. Look at them going on the sidewalk. They should tell them not to run the sidewalk. And once one goes on the sidewalk, all the others will go on the sidewalk. And here comes a little blue. He knows that he's not supposed to be running on the sidewalk. He's staying nicely in the middle. Somebody is pushed back on the track. And the parents encouraging all the way. And here he comes. One of them still struggling, still hasn't gotten there. My goodness, the speed's in now. And then we have some others. He has gone on the sidewalk as well. I don't know why they love the sidewalk. This one is going to beat him because he stayed on the road. And another little one here, blue, getting in. And here he comes, struggling so much, but gets in. The other one on the sidewalk got in too. So somebody needs to guide them down there to avoid the sidewalk and to run in the center of the road. So Daddy is here encouraging. That looks like number 85. He gets home. So we should have heard the shouts with the parents here. That race between Ethan and Lanny was a super race. Here goes. Look at this rocket speed here now. Onto the sidewalk again. And they're not guiding them properly from the sidewalk. Well, he stops running because he's getting too much advice, too much instructions. He's confused. Number 86 finally finds his way home. And that ends the race. Well, we're going to have grade 1 students. I don't know whether I'm with the so more than likely the girls will be first. Trying to control the traffic here. Well, it's going to be grade 1 girls. So grade 1 girls. It's just about to get going. And we have a particular athlete in this one which we have to look out for. Daughter of Kelvin Hobson and Tammy Reed. So she'll be looking back at this. She'll want to see herself in front. So we'll have to keep a close eye on her. Kelvin is already up the road. I think we'll be doing some running. Mommy's here, keeping a close eye out. I don't think Mommy's going to do too much running. Mommy is probably just going to do what she's doing, video recording. So we should be getting on the way momentarily. The anxious parents are ready, and pins and needles really. Can't wait to see who's going to come through here first. So, being started out and should be getting on the way momentarily. get involved here because his athlete is going to be encouraged. But I don't know if Kelvin will be able to go all the way. But for the moment, the encouragers are all along the route. All along the route. And well, looks as if other parents will do some running as well. We have the parents all along the route. We have the athletes at the top, more serious than the others. Athletes who are getting some encouragement. Well, bike man deciding I'm not going to bike it. It's better. Some of the other parent athletes is strong. I'm always confused when I'm told to run and they still take their time. It just seems a bit confusing. I'm not too sure if you can run and still take your time. So this is it. We have an athlete in here for somebody related to LJ because LJ is assistant. LJ, of course, the top athlete at the job. Back because he can't do that long. But LJ is still encouraging. Mommy's there, and mommy has decided to number 18. Still the athlete is within striking range, but right now the lead is lengthening. I think mommy is tiring. Mommy has given up the water because mommy is burnt out. Like I said, some of these parents train for this season, sports season, and they won't last too long en route, especially the longer the routes are. So here she comes. And remember, they're going to turn around at 5 turning and come back to the school. So still has a bit to do. And this race isn't over by a long shot. We still have that second place athlete within striking range. Once that athlete is within striking range, coming back, still has a chance. But number 80, I must tell you, looks pretty confident, pretty cool. LJ is encouraging as well. Remember, he's a top athlete and he would know some of the things that he would need to tell her. And with that kind of support, she'll continue running for as long as possible. And maybe once she has established the lead, maybe she'll start to walk. But for the moment, she isn't even looking back, and that's a positive sign. Normally when you see them looking back, it means that they're in trouble. But for the moment, she's still leading. And the second place is still getting some encouragement. The bike man is there. As a matter of fact, we have 2 bike men now en route. And still leading is number 80. And we're just about approaching the Cotton Ground police station. They'll be making a circle here at 5 turning, and then we'll be heading back towards the school. Just gonna make that turn quickly so that we can be facing in the opposite direction.
Yes, last year till now?
So,
My God. Stand up here, look at me, yes, right?
so
Get money. Yeah. Look.
we have the leader just about to make the turn.
Okay, officer, go ahead. Slowly, slowly.
But she has done very well indeed. She still has a very good clip, I can tell you. Very good clip. and she has to be tired. That's the second placer, hasn't made the turn as yet. But it's still not over as yet. We have some other athletes en route now as they go towards that turn. I think this lead has gone to a point where it almost seems as if it's going to be hard to catch. But that second place, I could tell you, the young man on the bike is really encouraging and doing very well. He has done very well. She's still going. That's the important thing. Now, Mommy, who chipped out earlier, has decided, well, I'm refreshed. I'm ready to go again. So, it's just about making it alongside now. But LJ has done well. He has encouraged her all the way. And even though I don't think he's so much of a long distance runner, LJ, he's handling this very cool indeed. So, number 80, still leading by a long shot. And as a matter of fact, that lead has increased. Ron Iles, I think, has someone in this race, one of his children, and he has decided he's not going to run. He's going to look for her though, or him, well her. It's a female race. So he's going to look for her. Apparently she's not at the top. It would be nice to see if Ron will be running down the hill with her. And so this young lady has done a fantastic job. She hasn't looked back. And that's really what it means to be a really good athlete. You don't look at the competition behind you. Look at the pickup in front of you. Look at the pickup in front of you, and that makes a big difference. So, number 90 it is. I thought it was 80. Looks as if it's 90. So she's heading in now, heading back towards the residence of Joseph Parry. This young lady is a super athlete. Normally you'll say, I can't go anymore, I'm tired, I'm going to walk. But she seems as if she works with Energizer batteries, or geothermal, or solar energy. Because trust me, she has done really well. Some of these children at this age, they'll be crying out and saying, I can't go anymore. But I think LJ would have told her that you're soon there. You're soon there, and so she's doing well. Number 90, large and in charge. And she hasn't asked for any water as yet. That's surprising. And she looks just cool. 140 into primary. Gotta get that name. And I have to ask about this young lady at the inter primary. Definitely. STPS has a big athlete here. So, still coming through. Getting more than encouraging now because Vanessa is there, LJ is there, and the bikeman is there. Not sure if that's Daddy. Strong babes, she said, so that must be Daddy. But coming, it's only downhill now. It's as if she's saying, I know I'm finishing. The bell starts to ring. You're going to hear the shouts momentarily as they welcome her home. It has been a fantastic run. Somebody's asking, who is she? I would like to know as well. Here she comes. Vanessa is telling her run hard. Vanessa is telling her to run hard. And she's, Jazzy is the name? Jazzy. So we have to ask about Jazzy at the inter-primary meet. Here she comes, number 90. Totally dominated this race. Basically from start to finish. What a wonderful run. Totally in charge. We should be hearing the cheers now. So the applause goes up. I'm almost certain that the record is in jeopardy here. Look at that finish. LJ has told her to finish. Leave me. Go and leave me. Finish strong. What a finish. I think the record is gone. If the record isn't... Oh my goodness, she fell down. with all that speed, she fell down right almost at the finish line. Almost at the finish line. That's unfortunate. Let's hope she's okay. But that was a terrific run. Just that it wasn't a terrific finish. The bell goes. We have the second placer who really gave it her all as well. So this young lady has done pretty well too. And I would imagine that she will be on the slate for the inter-primary as well. And she has done very well. Good, strong finish. No more falls, no more spills. We have one blue here chasing after this one in front of her. Can she do a sneak up? Can she do a sneak up? I don't think so. Seems as if she knows that she's well ahead and she's just going to take her time and cruise home. Blue comes in after her. Then there's another little blue who has some good strides. Good finish indeed. That looks like Daddy taking his little girl to get some treatment maybe. Let's hope that she's okay. Top athlete and all. Well, here comes some more athletes. We have looks like Orange and two of them. This is a bit of a sneak up. Look at the sneak up. She said no, you can't beat me, but she's on the outer lane. But she comes across now and gets in. Some of these parents must be mighty tired, I can tell you. Here's the encouragement coming through. She's gonna get home just about now. More athletes coming through. It has been a whirling run. Nice little strides here. She comes in. We have another one. Then way up at the top of the hill. We have another athlete getting some encouragement and increasing the pace as well. Coming through. Here she comes. Here she comes. And swings into the schoolyard. She's home. Now I'm looking for Ron Harris to do a sprint down here. I think he has found his athlete. Maybe, maybe not. We have two athletes here pushing to the finish. Let's see how this one finishes. She's gonna cruise in now, just above now, and being chased here by what looks like a blows athlete. We have another little athlete. I think I'm hearing Kyra. But she looks as if she's on greenhouse and she's finishing pretty strongly. So he was a little bit tired. She's decided to finish the race at a good pelt. She does exactly that. Well, here comes another athlete. And they should be given tremendous kudos for finishing. It's all about endurance. It's a long race. She's cruising home. Gets a trickling of applause for her efforts as we have a girls athlete finishing very stoutly indeed, and our favorite athlete deciding that she's going to finish the race. Kelvin is here alongside her. She is just taking a distance. She's going to finish with a run. Daddy is going to finish with a run here. And she does exactly that. Kelvin's struggling to keep up there. But that's a good thing. It's all about finishing the race. Finishing the course. We have, I don't know if this is the final athlete. It's all about giving the house a point, at least 1 point. So let's hope that she can give the house a point. And so we have the athlete coming through. Well, I'm not seeing the police vehicles yet, so maybe there are other athletes. There's another police vehicle that brings up the rear barriers and ensure that the athletes is home. So we haven't seen the police vehicles yet, so it has to be that there are other athletes on the track. We have yet another athlete coming through. Still, we haven't seen the police vehicle, so I believe there might be more on the track. So, finishing pretty stoutly. And that's the good deal. It's all about completing the course, running the race and completing it rather than opting out and not completing the race. It's a good thing to finish. Well, we finally see the police vehicle, so that means that this is the last athlete here. Getting some encouragement. Looks like Teacher Liebert has done her annual training and is showing that she too was an athlete. Maybe is. And encouraging the athlete to finish the race. And the athlete is doing exactly that. Ron Iles gives her a round of applause. It's all about completing the race, effort, and the parents acknowledge that with a rousing round of applause. Well, it's going to be the turn of the boys. So we had the girls, and so it's going to be. So we're going to have the grade 2. Boys now. So it's a boys' turn. And we have a lot of boys in this one. Probably double the number of girls. Just about to get going. So just about to get going momentarily. Traffic has been diverted, which is good to avoid a lot of the confusion. So suggested by Dan, good suggestion there by Dan. Good that the police officers were able to listen and take the advice. So traffic has been diverted. So no one has been coming through here anymore. Just about to get going. Yeah, it's making sure that the shoelace just a little bit of a pause here. Parents looking on anxiously. Always have a very fast start. Champions pulling from the back. So we're going to watch closely and see who the real champions are. But for the moment, we're here in Marvin. Maybe that's Marvin Jr. So where's Marvin? I think that's Mommy calling for Marvin. So I'm almost thinking that I heard that today is Marvin's birthday. Marvin, then Uncle is there on that motorbike. So for the moment, 100 and let's see, that number is flying in the breeze. Looks like 104 for the moment. And let's see how long the parents will be able to keep up. So about it, so not really supporting a particular athlete, supporting blue. It's all about blue. Teacher and Blue House. Making sure that your athletes are safe. Yeah, he does a little bit of one with the athletes. top. And reality has already struck home, so you could see that. So they're tiring somewhat, and still looking pretty much in charge though. 104. He looks determined. That's some advice. Maybe looking for some water. Unfortunately, he stops to take the water, so there's a little bit of a pause, and he goes again. So slowing up, and slightly slowing up because the pickup slowed up. So he's now looking at the pickup as the goal. He isn't looking back, which is good. Amor is the name. Good job, Amor. So you can see the teacher is on orange as well. The blows athletes are within striking range as we head towards the roundabout. So Amor getting the encouragement, has a big fan club. Amor, I think Amor means what? Amor means love in Spanish, is it? So Amor looks as if, well, maybe Amor might be the second place. I'm not sure who the first place is, but he's still going, still looking strong. 104 certainly has done pretty well. And so as they head towards the Cotton Ground Police Station, we still have some blowouts athletes within striking range and increasing the pace. Look at that. I don't know what was said to them or what they ate around that bend, but look at that. The blowouts athletes have suddenly increased their pace. It's as if that the person who is encouraging them is told them that you have to close that gap before you get to the roundabout, and they increase the pace, and now they would have burned out somewhat. One of them actually stopped running. Chantel Isles, I think, would be telling blows athletes, look, you still have to catch up on that Orange House athlete. They're walking now. After pushing out, they're walking. But the Orange House athletes, still, no encourager now with him, but he knows what he has to do. And he's doing it.
Very good, Amor.
Oh, Amor is the one in the front, because I'm hearing Amor. So Amor is leading, and that is very good indeed. The anxious parents are still here having a close look. Amor makes that turn, almost as if he increased the pace with the encouragement. And now he's been told to take his time. I'm not sure you'd want him to do that. The others are going across now to make that turn at the roundabout. Blows athletes. Amor is still leading. He's going to pass one of his Orange House teammates. And he's going in the opposite direction, but he has one of his teammates as well. He's still in second. So Amor is still leading. So Amor still leading. I don't know if this is Marvin Jr. Marvin Jr. is struggling, but Uncle is there. I think today is his birthday, and if today is his birthday, then he must be saying, I can't be running so hard on my birthday. There's no birthday cake in this one. So here goes, 101 it is. Still leading, Amor. So the other athletes going in the opposite direction, getting some encouragement. They still have a ways to go. Amor really has a fan club. So
Mommy up there! Mommy up there, go ahead!
somebody says Mommy's up there. That's Philip, indicating that Mommy's up there. And pushing along now. So Amor still doing well. And heading towards home. He's tiring. Somebody told him that mommy is up there. But I don't know if this got to be mommy. He said mommy is up here, but mommy is really here. She says come baby. I don't know how long mommy is gonna. I think mommy started too far from the finish line.
Pass mommy, pass mommy.
So mommy is encouraging Amor. Somebody indicated that his shoestrings are loose, but I don't know if he has time to tie shoestrings. Amor says no time to tie shoe. I told him mommy mightn't keep up. So, encouragement. I'm always being encouraged to run for the record. As I approach the area, the residence of Honorable Joseph Barry. Mommy has collected some water for Amor, but she's not going to catch up Amor. Not today, not next week, not the week after. Mommy is blown out. So mommy has water for Amor. Look at this. Mommy has some water for Amor, but she will never catch Amor unless he's going to stop. She asks him if she has stopped. Look at this. Mommy asks Amor if he wants some water. Amor says no, because Amor knows that if he's going to get that water, he has to turn back, because mommy is totally blown out.
Good job.
She has the water, but can't be of any help to Amor. So she says, let's go. Or she says, mommy tired. She's right. She said, run Amor, mommy tired. Couldn't have been more factual than that. Well, he would be hearing the bell in the distance. Amor closing in on the finish line. As we go past the St. Thomas's Anglican Church, it means that he only has downhill now. He only has downhill. And he soon reaches the encouragement. As here he comes. Amor, downhill now. Should be finishing with a good stride. He really has a good fan club. His fan base, yeah, look at the increase here now in the speed, and then he slows up again. Somebody probably whispered record. But for the moment, he gets a round of applause from the Isles family. Amor still getting some encouragement. Here comes Amor. Very strong finish now. He doesn't have a far way to go. He's almost there. He should get a round of applause. One for the Inter-Primaries. Amor heading home to applause. Loud cheers here at the finish line. Well done, Amor. And we're going to look for the second placer who he left in the dust, I could tell you. Somebody maybe have to go and look for mommy, Amor's mommy, because unless she got a lift, I think she was really struggling. So the second placer is here, and he's gonna just breeze home. Here he comes. Good strong finish. He had a good run. Then we have a blue house athlete. He looks pretty strong. And there's another blue house athlete at the top of the road, but this blue house athlete will take third. And good finish as well. Now we have the blues. We're digging the blues. Parent up there encouraging for a sneak up. Parent looking for a sneak up. Can she get that sneak up? She's encouraging for that sneak up. Can she get that sneak up? I don't think so. I don't think so. He doesn't have enough gas. And then we have Green. Cool ruler coming alongside the bike man. He's going to come in looking pretty strong. And gets home. The green support is here at the finish line as well. Then we have another orange. So the others are some way behind. Well, here they come. A little bit of a rush to the finish. Can we see another sneak up here? And well, we have found mommy. Amor's mommy has been found, and she seems to be okay. seems to be okay. And she gets in close now. Yeah. She says she came first. So there's mommy. Here's another Orange House athlete. She heads down the final stretch. He starts to walk. Somebody has to remind him that he's just within meters of the finish. He's actually like he was modeling for a moment there. And then look at the finish. Oh, he just wanted the crowd to look at him. He was saying, look at me, man. This is how I'm going to finish. And he finished with a rush. Then we have another couple of athletes. It's going to be interesting if this is going to be a sneak up as well. Here goes. 3 athletes closing the gap. 2 closing the gap on the green. Can he sneak up? He's just waiting for him to go ahead. It seems as if that's the way he allowed it to beat out. She goes in now. And go home. There we have another athlete. He has decided that, hey, I'm going to take my time. Somebody tells him that somebody's coming. He says, I'm not going to come last today. Not today. I'm not going to come last. So that's going to be the hustle to finish. Let's see. Greenhouse athlete. He's being encouraged to finish. There's another athlete coming. He decides to sprint it. He sprints home to loud cheers. Then we have another athlete coming through. And maybe that's Mommy doing a bit of a sprint of her own. So everybody turns athletes for sports season. We have another athlete coming through. And another 2 athletes. Here's the finish. 103. I told you that he didn't come 103. That's just the number. I think I heard that the time might have been called already. There's a certain time that would allow the athletes to get a point, to give a point to their house. I'm not too sure if this youngster will be able to give a point. The bell wasn't ringing, so I'm not sure. But the point is that he has completed the course, and that's maybe even more important than giving the point. The fact is, he actually completed the race. Once we see the police vehicle in the distance, we know that it's the final athlete coming through. And as per usual, I think deserves a round of applause. Teacher Liebert seems as if she has given herself the duty of bringing in all of the last places today, encourage them in, and so she's right there. She looks pretty fit. Her husband used to be a top athlete in the day. So maybe something has rubbed off. So here is the athlete being brought home by Teacher Library. Teacher Library at school. Maybe she just started running from the church. But the athlete has been doing the long job. And he finally gets home to loud cheers. And that's it. Well, it's going to be grades 3 and 4 girls. Grades 3 and 4 girls. They will be getting on the way momentarily. Should be getting out of the blocks shortly. So grades 4. And these are the girls. We have 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14. 16, just about 18 athletes in this one. The others. But we have and we have a tall athlete at the top representing Greenhouse. And she looks particularly strong. Iris has somebody in this one. Up at the top, somewhere at the top, getting some encouragement. But Iris isn't going to be running anytime soon. So, this man has somebody in this race as well, officer, on the bike. So I think he'll be biking it a little while. He's looking for his daughter. So everybody looking on anxiously waiting for a particular family member before they can do some running or some biking, as the case may be. On top, we have two good friends staying alongside each other, but one of them pulling away just slightly. So all of the supporters along the route to at least at the top. And yes, officer is in. Well, he's at the will be somewhere at the top. He'll be giving some encouragement. Good to see that he's giving encouragement today and not a ticket. Sometimes on that bike he's more concerned about giving tickets, but not today. More concerned about looking out for his daughter, more than likely that Orange House athlete. And so reality already striking home. We see the athlete at the top, but she's struggling. You could see that she's not so much in charge. She's going hard, as a matter of fact. I'm actually crying. She's crying, actually crying. So why would you want to be leading and still crying? You're leading. Just continue. Just hold on. Well, she gets some refreshment. Greenhouse athlete actually stops to drink some water. And the one at the top still crying. Needs some encouragement. But let's see what happens. Good to have the water en route. Because sometimes these athletes are running in other races and no water stops. So, still coming along nicely. Still doing pretty well. And Teacher Libert has done well. She's back over here already. Maybe she got a lift. Or maybe she ran it all the way over here. I want to feel she maybe did a lot more running as well. So I think the crying has stopped maybe. She got some more encouragement. But I think the problem is that she's worried about the other athletes close behind her. For the moment, she's still leading. The others are coming along nicely. Well, the officer, I think his daughter, we'll have to verify which one is his daughter. She has to be in that top 5 there, because he's right alongside. And I think the easiest way to get his daughter to get to the top, and he's indicated to her to get to the top, is if he tells her that if she doesn't get to the top, if she doesn't come first, she'll get a ticket. Maybe she'll run faster. But for the moment, we still have the leader of the pack holding on. And Daddy gives the young athlete some water. So he's really doing a good job at encouraging. And still coming along nicely. So the leader has stopped crying. I think she has gotten over that. And she's leading. That greenhouse athlete, though, you have to keep your eyes on her. She has long legs, she's taller, may even be stronger, not sure. But for the moment, this athlete at the top still holding on. I'm not too sure where this route is going to take us. Are we doing the roundabout as well? No, I don't think we're doing the roundabout. Well, it seems that we might be doing the round. Well, let's see where this road goes. I think they're going to go up the road. So they're not turning by the roundabout. These are bigger girls, so they have to go a little further. And the athlete at the top getting some assistance, more than likely These are past students of St. Thomas's Primary, now at the Charleston Secondary School. They look like secondary school students, and they are given some encouragement. She needed that encouragement, I could tell you. She really needed that encouragement. And so she is getting that encouragement for the moment with two secondary school athletes. Well, maybe not athletes, but definitely. Well, we have the little tiny ones wanting to have a close-up look at this race. So here, and there's a little preschool here. They come out to have a close look at the athletes. And so, she's still no more crying. You see what encouragement does? No more crying. She has decided, I have help now. I am getting the encouragement. I know what I'm about. And with this kind of encouragement, I can't disappoint. Who might disappoint? Might be the two high schoolers. I don't know how long they'll be able to keep going. Unless they are natural athletes. It still has a long trek to go. In the distance, we see a green and red. The tall green athlete has turned the bend, coming along the level. We are here now, passing below the cotton ground play field. Unofficially, the Derek Parry Cricket Stadium. But she's getting closer. Still, those two high schoolers doing well, I must tell you. They're doing exceptionally well. So, they're keeping up with her. The encouragement continues. And there's no more crying. Definitely no more crying. She, I think, has made up her mind that with this kind of encouragement, we're gonna take well, we just had a very strange incident which we might have to edit out. I'll tell you about it another time. So we can't put that on camera. So we have the athlete still leading, and we maybe could get a name at some point. But she's doing very well, and those other athletes are also doing very well. So we make the turn now here in the center of Cotton Ground in the village. She says she wants some water. She actually stops to get the water. She didn't stop long, and so she has gotten the water, just a little, and she continues. She looks back for the very first time. She just glanced back, and she would have seen that there's nobody in sight. And still coming along nicely. The other high schoolers here, they've done superbly. They have kept the pace, they have kept alongside her, they have not left her at all. All the encouragement that she needed, she has gotten it. On the main road. The athletes still doing well. So we're back at the 5 turning, and I must commend these two athletes from probably the Charleston Secondary School. Just staying alongside her, and more than likely they would be running on Sunday, because Charleston Secondary School has the official sports meet on Sunday. I guess we can look for these two young athletes. They somehow seem as if they're natural athletes. So, getting some encouragement from Chantal Lyles. And I guess Miss Libert is there waiting for the last person, as per usual, to bring them in. But for the moment, this is the one at the top. This is the leader of the pack. And she, after that initial scare when she was crying and wanted to give up, So she has opted now to just keep running because she has had that encouragement. And again, I want to commend the 2 high schoolers for the kind of encouragement. And so at this point, I would like to probably send out a note of warning to the men on Nevis. There must be bathrooms in Nevis. You don't do certain things along the roadside, especially when you have cross country going on. You have to be a little bit more updated and upgraded than that. So here goes the athletes still leading, and the 2 Charlestown Secondary School athletes still encouraging, and they are not giving up either. Fortunately, the weather has held up somewhat. We have had a couple of races without any interruptions. So I'm getting some more water. This time she's gonna take it along with her and lay aside every weight. So she gets some assistance in holding the water. Just took a little, and then she continued. So still coming along now nicely, and I think we might have some rain. We have a little drizzle, and we complete this one before the rain actually comes. Hope so. So still coming along now, nice strides, and still going along very nicely. So as a matter of fact, she almost looked fresher than when she started, when she was crying. She looks stronger now. You see what the encouragement does. Really, really, really good encouragement here by these 2 young athletes, and they must be highly commended. I don't know if they're family members or if they're just supporting the house, but either way, they have done some serious encouragement. They've done some serious encouragement, and coming along now, getting some real encouragement. And there's mommy. Daddy with the bike is further across the road somewhere. Haven't seen him for a while. Now the bell has started to ring because they're alerting those at the finish line that we have a winner. Somebody's in sight. Manny's the name. So it took a while for us to get that name, but there's Manny. Let's go, Manny is the shout. So Manny has done very well. The 2 athletes have decided to give her all the glory and attention at the finish line. They've pulled out. They could have finished it, but they've decided that this is Manny's race. And here's Manny. That must be mommy and that must be daddy, because the shouts go up. It's an aisles. It's one of the aisles. Now daddy should have really rushed down here. He's giving encouragement, but he should be rushing down here alongside Manny. So Manny has done very well. Manny's finishing stoutly here. Very strong finish. Very strong finish by Manny. Looking for the record now. No more crying. This is it. Final moments. Manny dashes home to loud applause. Very good finish indeed. And the second place is a way off. Well, remember I told you about this tall athlete. She is taking the second place. She started off well, but Manny, I think after she got that kind of encouragement, maybe if she had gotten that kind of encouragement, it would have been closer. Definitely Manny got some serious encouragement. And so Manny took first, took the gold, now she's taking the silver. Yes, giving some applause here at the finish line. And then we have the third placer coming through. Here's the third placer being encouraged. Oh, this is, I don't think she'll get a ticket because Daddy's here, and I think Daddy's comfortable with the third place. She gets bronze. so she won't get a ticket today. And Daddy pulls off as daughter goes in. She has done very well. So Daddy would have done his job, his duty. And we have some more athletes coming in. Parents going to look for them as well. So we're going to get a bit of a rush to the finish. Really cool atmosphere here. Almost as if rain is set up. So here they come. 2 Orange House athletes. Making it towards the finish line. Loud cheers. Loud cheers. That's very good. The encouragement is great. So here goes now. Goes athletes getting home. So we have another greenhouse athlete just turning the bend. Should be getting down here momentarily. You could see that she's obviously tired though. But the fact that she has gotten thus far, I don't see why she should stop anytime soon. As she comes in, the rain is about to come. I think we're going to get some rain. The drizzle has started. Hopefully, we should be able to get all the athletes in before it cools down. Some of the parents are already heading for shelter. You could see the movement towards the school. So we have quite some attention here in terms of support for the school and the athletes. Now we have an athlete coming in, being accompanied by Philip. So there we have his daughter. So cruises home. Encouragement is good. Going to finish. Here's a strong finish by this tall athlete. Has to hold brakes now as she turns the corner and gets in. In the distance, we have yet another athlete of green. So green finishing pretty strongly. Comes down the hill now. Still doing well. The rain has held up. It just has held up. Still have to commend these CSS athletes. So did that run with Manny. They did a fantastic job. Now we have a fast finish here. Somebody has told, well, somebody whispered that you have to finish with a rush. And so that's exactly what she's doing, finishing with a rush. Here is the greenhouse athlete. I'm sure that's mommy there. With encouragement. Next home, there's another athlete. The finish is a lot stronger than the middle part of the route. Find some energy coming down the hill, which is good. Giving their house the necessary with 1 point. It's important. We have an athlete here walking, but when she looks back, she's going to see another athlete is coming behind her, and so I believe she's going to run eventually. If somebody screams at her to run, they're trying to get her to run because another athlete is coming. So she has started to run now, giving it some effort and energy. And the other athlete is pulled up somewhat, realizing that she's starting to run. She decides, well, I can't catch her again, and so she has pulled up. But there's a greenhouse athlete closing in on that one, and so we might have a bit of a sneak up here. Can we have this sneak up? Can we have that? Can we have that sneak up? It's almost on. It's almost on. I don't think it's quite on again. Green doesn't have enough, and so she gets home ahead of her. And I don't know if this is true to form, but once you see Teacher Liebert, this should be the last athlete. But then I'm not seeing the police vehicle. So maybe no, that's not the last athlete. So Teacher Liebert changed the thing around this time. The police is behind now. We're seeing the police in the distance. with the final athlete. Miss Liebert decided to bring in the second to the last athlete this time around. But she has some energy, Miss Liebert. I think former athlete, champion athlete Andy Liebert will be very proud of her prowess today. So here goes. The final athlete. Once the police vehicle is there, it means that this is the final athlete. And she has an entourage, really. I can't really say that she's holding up traffic. The traffic is holding up, maybe. But here she comes. Final athlete to load the cheers as she comes in. So this sounds like a Charlestown Primary and St. Thomas's Primary War. World War III has started long before into primary.
Put up on NTV.
How would they know?
St. Thomas is all the way. Into primary St. Thomas is green all the way. St. Thomas is all the way. They say nothing. She went to St. Thomas's primary school. But I did that job. I don't care what she said. And where you heart there, you see where you there?
World War III has started.
St. Thomas's primary school.
And we have the Honorable Utah Library here. I think he's dressed in his slippers, so he's going to run. They're trying to get him into World War III. I don't know if he's going to get involved in World War III. Let's see what he has to say. He's wise. He's not going to say anything. Not a word in English. Not a word in English. So he has opted not to say anything. So that's smart, making sure that he doesn't say anything. So we're going to have the start of the grades 3 and 4 boys, I think. And then we're going to have 5 and 6 girls and then 5 and 6 boys. So we have just about 3 more races. Traffic getting dicey here. So just about to get started. So we just had a little bit of World War III leading up to inter-primary. And it's all in jest. Good sport. We also see the Honorable Janelle Nisbet is here. She certainly doesn't have on her tracks today, so I don't think she'll be running in those high heels. And so we have the Honorable Utah Liebert and we have the Honorable Janelle Nisbet. There's also Latoya Jones there as well. She was a pretty good athlete in her day. Again, we have the little drizzle here, a little bit of a drizzle. Then we have Pierce Barrett at the starting line. At this time also, at this very moment, the Agawajis Primary School is having their cross-country event. And again, I make an appeal to the coaches to try to see if next year they can sort out this and get the races on different days. Yesterday there was no cross-country, whole of Thursday, vacant. And then they have a couple today. We have a late comer in. We're about to get started. Again, we have a quick start. Out of the blocks. So I think reality will kick in at some point. Slow. I think the session has already started in terms of some of them already picking up a position at the back. Still a little drizzly at this point. Rain threatening all morning. Remember, the weather experts indicate 70% chance of rain. And you know, 70% is a high percentage in terms of a chance for rain. But we have a definite cool leader, cool ruler at the top. 43. Looks as if Philip has this one covered. So, going along nicely. Looks as if Philip going to stay on top of this one. Certainly will get his exercise for the week. instructions, encouragement. But there are a couple of athletes within striking range, and you can't keep your eyes off them. So Philip, of course, a cricketer, and decides to give him a cap. Well, that's interesting. So we see a lot of stuff when we see cross-country events, and this is a new one. They decided that, hey, you're not going to run bareheaded, you're going to run with this cap. It's on the cap. Teacher Liebert says, looking good. She's a natural athlete, Teacher Liebert, and must have been a very good athlete in her day. So 193 at the top of the program, and still nicely. And Sammy's the name, so don't know if the others are going to close the guy who came in, as they would say, the last shower of rain. He's still behind there, already having the drizzle increasing, and so looks as if Philip collected some water. I thought he was opting out. Teacher came prepared with her umbrella. Unfortunately, on the back of this pickup, there is no, as they would say colloquially, no umbrella. Unfortunately. Well, he has stopped. That's not good. Should have kept running. But gets rid of the water now. Still running in his cap. Still getting the encouragement. And with this kind of encouragement, you can't afford to lose this race. So, still moving pretty coolly. Looks cool and in control. Nice strides. And I think Philip has gone ahead just to give him an indication that I want you to keep following me. Stay close to me. Teacher Chantel Isles says, let's go blue. So she's looking for only blue athletes. Shaking his head. Once you see that shake of the head, it's not a good sign. Normally it indicates, I'm tired. I would love to stop. I would love to get on that bike and not be the one to be running. I prefer to be on that bike. So here he comes. Sammy, 193. Still showing some determination, because even though he shook his head as if he was in trouble, his hat has gone. Now what does Philip do? He's going to go back for that hat and he's going to try to catch up. So he's on his own for the moment. Back shortly. The rain has held up slightly. Sammy running now without the hat. Still getting the encouragement. Philip is going to do some catching up now. Get that hat back on. Don't want to be running bareheaded. Well, he isn't giving him back the hat since the hat came off. I guess it's too big. Although the old people will say too big a fit. But maybe not in this case. Too big, drops off. So Sammy still getting encouragement here. And now this is the incline. But there's another athlete. I'm not sure if I can safely say he's within striking range. But I don't think he's out of it. And what do I mean by that? If he continues to run and Sammy burns out. If Sammy burns out, then we'll have an issue. So, is it Sammy out there? I'm not sure. We have to get that straight. So 193. Philip still giving him the advice, giving him the instructions, even about the hand movement. I need to verify something. So just confirmed, it's not Sammy, it's Dikwani. And Dikwani is the son of Philip. So, oh, somebody's screaming Kwani. So he has a fan club here in Cotton Ground. So Lots of shouts for the Kwani. Philip doing a good job. As we go down to the middle range. Philip actually telling him that once you're going down, you'll have to push some more. And so, going along nicely. And it's good that Dad could be here. Dad giving not only instructions but real encouragement. So the Kwani doing very well. And we have another teacher athlete here. Teacher apprentice with her umbrella. Right in the mix. So he's saying nobody's behind you. It's all about encouraging, trying to get him not to give up. Not to give up. So right on the pickup, he's doing well. So, more encouragement for the Kwani. So, telling him that he doesn't have far to go. Still has a way off really, but he doesn't have far to go, and there are no more hills, and that would be encouraging.
Go straight, sir? Okay.
So they're going to go on the straight. Traffic a bit tight here, it's gotten well now. Once the big trucks get in by. And the encouragers are here. So these sheep, they have been here for the last race as well. Seems as if they have decided that this is sheep crossing. So coming across now past the police station here in Cotton Ground, the Kwani, and more than likely the surname would be Philip. So the Kwani Philip, large and in charge, being encouraged by his dad and doing exceptionally well. So it's all about encouragement, all about continuing. I'm trying to remember, as he walked, maybe just stopped for a moment to get some water, but he's really running as if he's on Energizer batteries. So, or Duracell. But he's done well so far. So too is Philip. He's strong on that bike. It's a little bike, but you can see that he's accustomed to handling that. And Philip still doing pretty well, the Kwani. So he's done exceptionally well in the distance, not a soul in sight. So maybe he could be challenging for a record here. There's a high possibility that he could be challenging for a record here. So still coming along nicely, still leading. Get some more water. So Philip still encouraging him. Encouraging him. My goodness, he has stretched out. Look at those strides. Again, we have one for the inter-primary. And the advice is you soon get to the school, and when you get there, that's when you're going to rest. Not now. So he's telling him that there's nobody behind him. And Teacher Libert giving some encouragement as well. So the Kwani still in this, still large and in charge. And moving along very nicely. And I believe we're going to see a rush down the hill as we go past the residence of the Honorable Joseph Parry. Getting some water on his head as well. certainly getting all the encouragement necessary. Very, very necessary hydration, part of these long races. Very, very necessary. So, more encouragement. More encouragement here. All along the route. Now, Philip says, we're going to finish strong. He tell him, push. We're going to finish strong because we're almost home. So, Philip encouraging him to finish with a rush, to go for the record.
Last stretch.
Telling him last stretch here. Here's Granny. Granny is here. Granny has turned athlete as well. Granny has turned athlete. She's right in the mix, but she's not going to run further than that. So coming down the hill. Final, 30 meters or so. So the Granny being encouraged to finish with a rush. And really giving it his all. Here he comes, Ikwani Philip, large and in charge, winner by a mile and a half. And here's the finish. Here's the finish. He's running almost on cruise control, really, because he's tired, very tired. But he's going to get a load of cheer as he comes in. Fantastic finish. Fantastic finish. Very good finish. Loud applause, and Daddy Philip would have done his job and done it well. Oh, here's a rush to the finish for the second placer. Good, strong finish. As the head song, the orange shirts being waved. And here he comes, second placer, doing a very good job. And in the distance, we have the third placer. And encouraged by Miss Jones. And comes in now, we'll get some applause. Here he comes. Good strong finish. See another athlete coming through. Getting some encouragement here. And we're encouraged, but look at this finish. Look at this rapid finish. Where was that energy earlier? What a way to finish. And it's almost like a camera moment. Rushing home and being challenged. Here it comes, 2 more athletes, another rush again, strong finish, very strong finish. There must be a gas station somewhere in the vicinity of the St. Thomas's Primary, well, the St. Thomas's Church, Anglican Church. Well, except for this one, he missed the gas station. He has decided to walk it in, but I think somebody's going to get him to run. He must get some encouragement, and he must run. I'm thinking, he looks back, he says, why should I run when there's nobody behind me? And they're begging him, they're pleading with him to run. But he has decided, okay, since you all are making so much noise, I'll run. I'll finish with the job. And here he comes. Get some applause as well. In the distance, we have another athlete. Seems as if he's of Orange House. I want to believe that Orange are Eagles. Okay. In the distance, we have another athlete. Seems as if he's of Orange House. I want to believe that Orange are Eagles. Okay. So here comes another greenhouse athlete. We have another athlete coming through. Remember, this athlete is the one who actually joined the line late. And so it shows that he wanted to run. He has done well enough to make it in. So, very good finish indeed. So there are no athletes in sight for the moment, but I can tell you that some of these parents, they have held on. Parents and supporters, they have held on. So they are still here, still showing support. Definitely still showing their support. We still have some of the ministers of government, and there's also the Honorable Stapleton Simmons is here as well. Janet Nisbet is here. Latoya Jones. And we also have Troy Library. Some officials here. There's a rush to the finish. Serious rush to the finish here. My goodness, look at this gallop. Look at this gallop. My goodness, what a finish. And then we have the greenhouse athlete being waved in. So, he's home. And then we have another athlete. Now, these are the big athletes. They have decided to make sure the others came in safely, and then they'll just bring up the rear. In the distance, we are seeing the police vehicle, and that signals that this is the final athlete coming in. Police have certainly done a fantastic job as well, making sure that the children are safe. So we have police and bike police and pickup escorting in the final athlete. Here he comes, finishing with a run. Here he comes. It's a round of applause for completing the race. Well, here's where the big girls play. It's the grades 5 and 6 girls. We have it's going to be a longer route, I can tell you. So if the 3 and 4 girls the 3 and 4 got well, they are. Good strong start. Ready, making a bit of a lead, but the Orange House athlete keeping close. She's not as tall, but you see that she's an athlete. Just looking at the strides, just looking at the lean, and she looks as if she means it. Staying alongside her, so I think Honorable Troy Liebert has a daughter in this race as well. Now Rhonda is doing a bit of a run, but I don't think Rhonda is going to be running for too much longer. But she's trying to give her, oh, there's Honorable He's video recording, but maybe that's what he's going to do. No, he's going to run. Honorable Troy Liebert is going to run. Now, I don't know if he's done any running for a year or so. The leader of the pack is shaking her head, so she is in some trouble. Way back behind there is the Honorable Troy Liebert. And I'm hoping that the Red Cross is somewhere around, just in case the Minister of Sports faces out. So the leader of the pack still shaking her head, but still holding on, still doing pretty well at the top. We have another Orange House athlete. Janisa is the name, I think. 125. I think Miss Liebert should be a coach, because she also picked up that she was shaking her head, and that shaking of the head normally suggests that something is not too right that I'm in trouble. So she has told her to stop shaking her head. And I'm still not seeing the Honorable Troy Liebert. That means that his athlete has jumped back badly. And she's a tall athlete. She has long legs. She should be able to cover the distance quickly. But let's see. Well, we see Honorable Troy Liebert in the corner down there. And his feet seem to be getting a bit heavy. Like a bulldozer is pulling him back. He isn't as lively as when he started. But at the top, the athlete in the orange top still leading, but she's been closed in now by several other athletes. And these other athletes are within striking range, all of them, probably about 4 of them. And, definitely would want to stay close to the leader. And we see the 2 secondary school athletes again in the mix. They've really done a fantastic job. And if they're going to go all the way around with these athletes, that's an even more superlative effort by these 2. Maybe they're doing a practice as well for Sunday's big event, CSS Sports Meeting Sunday. So 125 is in trouble, definitely in trouble. We have a greenhouse and an orange house athlete closing the gap on her. And so she is going to be passed just about now. In the distance, we see Honorable Troy. I think what Honorable Troy Liebert should do is wait there until they come back. I think he's struggling. I think P.S. Barrett at the finish line must be a little worried about his boss. But here goes. Still in the lead. Honorable Troy Liebert started to run again. Honorable Troy Liebert giving some encouragement to his daughter. But for how long? That is the question. Well, we are going to 5 kilometers about it. And we have the athlete who was leading has dropped back definitely. That greenhouse athlete and that orange house athlete at the top, they look serious. They look very serious.
Come, baby, come.
And they're going to pass. Oh, she actually crashed into the pickup, which is unfortunate. Because they stopped to pick up a teacher. Now, the route is a little different. This time, where the exit was for the previous group, they have come in. So, good advice from the experience. Close on your mouth, he says. Now, Honorable Troy Liebert hasn't made it to the police station as yet. We're getting a little worried about him. I think he's somewhere there. If you look closely, he's just about by the police station. And he can stop and just order them to give him a chance back to the finish line. But we are going the opposite way. The others came out this way. So they're going down the road now, going down towards Nelson Spring area. And so definitely doing very well. Blue house, our greenhouse athletes at the top. Orange house, 2 orange house athletes within striking range. And blue house athlete getting some water in the process. We're right in the heart of Cotton Ground, going down towards Nelson Spring right now. Looking very strong coming down the hill. Greenhouse athlete charge, and we have some tourists applauding, giving energy to the athletes. Maybe he was an athlete in his day. Very much interested in what's going on here. So, still, greenhouse. The athlete who was leading previously, she has dropped back, but she's trying to close the gap now on the other 2. Oh no, she's still way behind. There's another Eagles athlete, I think, who has passed her. So Blue still, oh my goodness, look at that. The dog came out, but for her, to her credit, she didn't run. She didn't run from the dog. She just kept focused. And these dogs on the track normally a distraction. So 3 athletes, not too far from each other, but for the moment it's green in front. We're gonna make the exit here now on the main road, and the traffic warden doing a fantastic job making sure the traffic stops as the children make their grand entrance onto the main road. So one of the CSS athletes has dropped out, but the other one has just told her uphill she's going to stay with her, encouraging her, letting her know that this is the toughest part now that you have to deal with, and this is going uphill. And so if you handle this well and you get back on the level, on the flat, you're good. When we get back up to the top of this road here at Cotton Ground, well, the orange athlete is closing the gap nicely. The CSS athlete has dropped back. She has told her to go ahead. Don't bother with me. I'm burnt out, but you go ahead. And so that's the instruction there. And the orange house athlete, I think she means it. This could be interesting. The last 30 meters, if they keep this up, she looks back. She's a bit scared because she knows that this athlete for orange, even though her shoelaces are loose, is pretty close, within striking range. And this is a hill. It's taking toll on both of them, but they're very determined. Each one of them, they want the gold medal. Again, she glances back. And once you see that glance back, you know she knows that she's in a spot of bother. And so Geja is the name. And so Geja, let's see which one that is. The first placer. So she's getting some encouragement now. A little bit of a tag team effort here. But that orange house athlete, I think you must give credit to the green house athlete. She has handled this hill very well. The orange house athlete, she has done pretty well too. And she stopped for a moment there, but being encouraged to continue. So what's gonna happen is she's walking again, so she's burnt out, and that orange athlete is closing the gap nicely. Now we are looking for the Honorable Troy Liebert. We are not seeing the Honorable Troy Liebert. Let's hope he's okay. They are asking for police assistance at 5 Tonning. But here goes the athlete. She's burnt and she's tired. And she has stopped the hill. So that orange house athlete still within striking range. I think we're going to have a fantastic finish if they keep going. But I can tell you that the greenhouse athlete is already struggling. She's burnt out. Shefton is here. He's a natural athlete as well, coach and all. And he's encouraging the one at the top. So he's encouraging the second placer. So normally the one that Shefton would encourage would normally win. There's Steve, famous musician here in Nevis, well-rounded musician, plays almost every instrument that you can think of. Oh, she has stopped. Even with Shefton's assistance, she has stopped. He's trying to get her to continue. Gives her some water. But the orange house athlete is closing the gap. Closing the gap. Coming closely, coming close, coming really close. But the leader, and that would make a big difference, is getting encouragement. The second placer isn't getting that kind of encouragement. So it's all about the leader getting more encouragement than the second placer. If somebody was there for the second placer, they might have a push to the finish. But the leader is getting more encouragement. Oh, she flags out once more. The Shefton says run. Kaija is still going, but if there's someone to just assist the second placer, it could be really interesting. Oh, she has flapped out. She's really burnt out. Shifton is telling her keep going. It's all about encouragement. Now, within striking range, that Orange Eagles athlete sees that she can take the lead and is just about taking it. Shifton is still in the greenhouse athlete. You can't give up now. But I knew it. That Orange House athlete seemed more determined, even though she didn't have the entourage to encourage. And so, certainly, as they go out of range here, Miss Libert is right here, waiting. And here she comes. Orange House now, large and in charge. She has done a good run. She has done a very good run indeed. And she's right here. Number 118. You could just watch her face and see that you could just watch her face and here it goes. Right on us, 118. She looks as if she's increasing her pace. I mean, after all of that, she has done really well. She's strong. Very strong. So, very good run indeed. One for the inter-primary. The greenhouse athlete has started to run again. And shoestring is still loose, but she's getting encouragement. She looked back. Hamilton tells her not to look back. So here she comes. We are hearing the shouts. We are hearing the shouts. This has been a tremendous finish. The last 100 meters or so. It's all about let's go baby. Very good finish. Mommy's gonna try a thing with her pom-poms and all, but I don't think she's gonna do it for much longer. Here she comes. She would be in view now of the finishing line, the folks at the finish line. And so the applause starts to go up. She's finishing even more stoutly. This is a tremendous finish. And here she comes, a winner by 2 miles. After challenging for most of the race, she has owned it. Finishing with a rush, raises her hand in victory, and has done it. Maybe that's mommy there with her pom-poms, still struggling as she walks the remainder of the distance in. And they're here, all of the supporters are here. Here she comes. And the greenhouse athlete who led for most of the way. Well, she's here now. She has done a very good job too. But I guess she was just too tired. Just hold on to that lead that she was pushed. So here she comes. Second place against a lovely cheer. Very good run indeed. Oh, she went down. She went down flat. Nobody there to catch her. She just went flying down to the ground. So here's another athlete coming through. Good, strong finish as well. A little bit of a bounce in it too. Also got some encouragement en route. Gets a round of applause as she comes in. Here comes another athlete. This is the one who was shaking her head. I think she led for a part of the race and then she jumped back very badly. So remember her still shaking her head, but she's completed. That's the important thing. She's placed very high in the order. We have another athlete. being escorted in. And we see a bit of a finish with a run. Must tell you that P.S. Barrett is here looking for the Honorable Troy Libert. Might be making a phone call or two to make sure that his boss is okay. So here comes the athlete being escorted in by a teacher. Finished with a walk. So here comes another athlete rushing down the hill at a pretty good clip. Matter of fact, a very good clip. And finishing strongly. Then we have another athlete. Somebody's closing in on her though. I can tell you that. Somebody's closing in on her. Yeah, it's gonna be interesting, it's gonna be interesting, it's gonna be interesting, it's gonna be really interesting. Faster. Almost on the line. And then we have another struggling somewhat. Is this Honorable Troy's daughter? I think the Honorable Troy's daughter is in, but I'm not seeing the Honorable Troy. Yeah. Let's hope that he's okay. Well, lost and found. Minister Troy Libert is walking in. He seems to be okay, but I don't know if the Red Cross is around. Barrett will have to tell me if the Red Cross is around. I'm not sure. So Barrett is saying he thought he would have finished with a run, but it doesn't look as if the minister has anything left. So he's walking down the road, and I think he's okay. Well, he has made his stop. So cool breeze, certainly signaling that we still have this overcast and the high possibility of rain. Another athlete coming in. So almost there. That's a rousing round of applause. Then stout finish by the athlete. Strong finish. That's a round of applause as well. Comes in. And here is Honorable Troy Libert, who I think needs some assistance. I think he's gonna say he's alright, but maybe a little blown out right now. But at the top we have some other athletes coming through. There is blue, and then we have green, and so blue is going to get in ahead, even though green is closing the gap, but she doesn't have enough to do any more than that. So let's see. Here comes green. Well, talking about lost and found, Minister Troy Libert is found. Minister, what was the experience like?
Very good experience, Curtis. You know, we always like to come out and support our schools with all their activities, of course, our sporting activities for the betterment of our children. We want children who are fit and in good shape, and that helps them, of course, with their academics. Of course, St. Thomas's Primary. I have a daughter attending St. Thomas's Primary, and we're here this morning for the cross country. She's in grade 6. So I decided to take a little run with the grade 5 and 6.
We were a
girls.
little worried about because the ambulance wasn't around and then we lost you somewhere along the track.
Curtis, you would know that I used to run long distance. So, and I still get up now and again at mornings and do a little run now and again. And when we have walks and so on around the island, I like to be a part of it.
So you didn't burn out?
I mean, no, this was a nice little run. I took the whole cross country and I stopped in the corner to allow, you know, the students to come in on their own because, you know, oftentimes we have the parents coming into the finish line with the children, but I believe that it's best to let the children come in and, you know, whatever praises and claps and so on are there to be absorbed, that they get the claps and so on, they're the beneficiaries of that.
And so definitely Minister Twilight but didn't burn out.
No, not at all. I made it all the way.
All right, congrats. Well, we have the Blue House athlete coming through. Then we have another athlete coming through. Still not seeing the police vehicle. One of the policemen on the bike is here, but that might not be the last athlete. Well, apparently that was the last individual in the race because the pickup that was escorting was gone on another mission. So that was the last athlete, escorted in by the Officer Davis on bike as the pickup has gone. So we're going to do the last race. It's going to be the grade 6 boys, and we'll take probably the first 2 or 3 places in this one because we'll have to go to another cross-country event, and that would be at 1:30. It's already almost 12:30 now. So we're gonna have the big boys. It's the grade 6 boys, and I saw Delvin Clark somewhere around there. Clark's son is in this one. Top long distance runner, and so let's see if his son is following in his footsteps. He must be somewhere en route. He must be somewhere. He's at the top though, keeping right up to the top is Clark, looking pretty strong for the moment. And let's see where Delvin gets in. I think Delvin maybe has gone further up, or he's right here. So Delvin is telling him not to overexert himself for the moment, and he would be he used to be a top runner. Still looks pretty trim, still looks pretty fit, and he's going to encourage him along the route. I'd be very surprised if he doesn't place in the top 3, if not the top 1. Support from Delvin. Some encouragement along. Young Clark is dropping back slightly. Maybe with the advice of his dad, because I think what he was telling him earlier, don't push yourself too hard. There's a lot more time in this race. And after they're burnt out, so for the moment, it will look as if the others are in charge, they're out front. But I'm not sure. I think Clark is pretty cool. and he's just waiting for the right moment. Delvin also has a bottle of water, and so some of these guys would have been, I remember some of these guys from the fantastic football tournament that they had. Of course, St. Thomas's Primary had a very good team, and some of these guys played for the football team. Well, I don't know, but Clark just seems to be struggling slightly. I did say that he might be biding his time, but maybe he's struggling slightly. I'm not sure. Or maybe it's all part of the strategy. But I find that he's dropping back a little bit too far if he wants to stay in this race. Getting rid of some of the luggage, some of the shelters. But this little blue at the top, he looks more serious than most. The green also looks pretty serious. It's pretty close, and so too does the orange. So we have some 4 athletes at the top here, with blue leading for the moment. And of course, Miss Isles is a Blue House athlete. She's more concerned about that one. I mean, Miss Isles is a Blue House teacher, so she's more concerned about her athlete. Clark has a bit of a lean, suggestive of the fact that he might be tired. That head leaning on the side there. But this Blue House athlete, he looks as if he means it. Looks as if he wants this more than the others. One of the athletes, well, still green, orange. I'm not sure if the other one is an athlete or an encourager, but staying close. Back badly. So we understand that one of them is Zay, and Zay getting some encouragement here. So it's all about encouragement. So here comes the Blue House athlete, and he looks as if 204 is the number. Then we have 130, and nowhere else you'll find 204 coming before 130, but it's still a long way off. Clark is still in it, and he has stopped. Clark has stopped. Delvin is disappointed. He says, come on. And so the strategy may not have worked because young Clark has kind of burned out. So may not be competing for the top place anymore. Water stop for Blue House athlete. The others say no, we don't want water. So there are some 5 athletes at the top, maybe one of them not competing, I'm not sure. He seems to be just an encourager carrying water, but he's doing well too. Blue drops the bottle, picks it back up, keeps running. Hitting the pavement very hard, but doing well. So here comes, shaking his head blue. Green and blue and orange. But this Blue House athlete, with Clark running again at the top, they still have a hill to control. But this Blue House athlete looks particularly strong. Maybe we need to get that name again. We're talking into primary. Had that little exchange this morning, all friendly jest really, but they're already warming up for into primary, the parents, as they're about to enter the main road here close to Nelson Spring. And here he comes, still leading, still looking strong. The traffic has to be stopped. the athlete paused for a moment because he was wondering, should I go or should I not? But he goes. Now they have the hill to deal with. Slow down, slow down. So they have the hill to deal with here. This young lady has done very well. She's looking for another athlete to bring in. Clark still not in the picture. So I'm not sure if he has given up on the late bid. Maybe just settling for 10th spot. But these athletes at the top, more serious, and especially this one in blue. He's handling the hill very well. I must say he has done this really well. But there are a couple others within striking distance who might just think that they have a chance. The experienced Vanessa Williams giving some advice. She would know a thing or two about long distance running. So, still doing pretty well. So we have blue, we have blue, we have green. And coming up the hill here, just going past the gas station in a few minutes, in a few seconds that is. So he's still large and in charge, I would say, because the others, you can see, obviously don't have the energy to close the gap as they go past the gas station. So separation even further because only 3 athletes now at the top, with one definitely way out. Definitely out front. So still coming through. Blue House it is. And so Blue House still coming through. Go ahead, go ahead. So Blue House was closing in on us and looking very strong, but there's another Blue House athlete who is getting some encouragement from Teacher Isles. And then there's a green. So we have blue, green, blue, blue, green. So 3 athletes at the top looking pretty strong. And then we have an orange. Now we still could have a bit of a rush to the finish, but for the moment this Blue House athlete is leading nicely and isn't really slowing down. So he's maintaining a good clip, and looks as if Jeffrey Lewis is going to give him a bit of water. Thought he was going to run with him, but no. Jeffrey says, no, I prefer to sit on the bridge and encourage. So we have blue, blue, green. But he has a bit of a lead. I don't know if that second placer, he must be just hoping that he'll start to walk. He's staying in it though, that second placer. As we see Philip on his bike, I don't know who he's coming to encourage, but he has to be coming to encourage one of these athletes. But the Blue House athlete, for the moment, the one in front, 204, being encouraged by the police officer and doing pretty well for the moment. So
yeah, them a come back.
here he comes, 204. He has lengthened the lead now. So the second placer, I don't know if he has given up, but somehow he seems as if he's flagging right now. He's flagging, and we are hearing the shouts. Now he gets some encouragement, the second placer, and he's being urged to continue. Look at that crazy man. Well, 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 he rushed around here. He rushed around here as if he didn't care about anybody or anything else. My goodness, almost created a huge accident. Well, here comes Blue House athlete. He has really put a lead on, and he has done this superbly. Almost seems as if he's running stronger. Well, they did say that geothermal will come to Nevis in 2024 maybe. guess what? Seems to have arrived because this man seems to be working off geothermal. Elian running nicely. And the others, I don't think have a chance because the bell would be sounding soon. He's just approaching the St. Thomas's Anglican Church area. And trust me, there's no way they're going to catch him. If he didn't give up before, he won't be giving up now. So, she says he's from Monkey Hill. So, Kittishan in Nevis. Push him down now. Finishing strongly. Getting a round of applause. I think the record may have been crashed out here because this youngster has done a superb run. Fantastic finish as well. Look at the strides. Look out for Elian at Interprimary. And Honorable Janet Elizabeth giving some encouragement and recording as well. Here he comes. Look at those beautiful strides, perfect strides as it finishes. I think the record has tumbled. We'll have to wait for the final results, but that was a fantastic finish. And then we have Blue in second. Blue in second. And then we'll have Green in third. What a fantastic finish as Greenhouse athlete comes in to take the bronze medal. And we have to thank the police officer for a fantastic job. Thank you, sir. And that's the way we're going to leave you from the St. Thomas's Primary School. Curtis Morton, over and out.